your astrologer Wonder Girl, and I am here to give you your weekly forecast for the week of Monday, June 5th to Sunday, June 11th. Now, what was going on last week is that we were making a lot of changes in our lives, some readjustments that may have felt very big and overwhelming in some way. We were also making some hard choices and some compromises on what we could accomplish and what we could not accomplish as we move forward. Okay, a lot of those big changes for you really had to do with communication. Perhaps it was an internal change that you needed to make, the way that you thought about your life and perceived it. Could have also been the way that you communicated to other people in your immediate environment about what was going on inside you as well. That you also were trying to change, adjust, reevaluate in some way so that you could communicate or think about your life better or differently. Some of the choices that you had to make were also really about what makes you happy, what you enjoy, what you like to do, maybe having to understand what was it that's realistic for you to pursue that brings you pleasure, that you like. Kids also come into focus here, having to make some choices around kids, around passion projects, even romantic relationships. Which ones do you need to pursue that will help you have the life that you want and move forward, and which ones do you kind of need to let go or put on the back burner for a little bit as you work on other things, okay? Towards the end of the week, things should have lightened up just a little bit or started to flow a little bit easier or more quickly in some way, and that most likely had something to do with your relationships or your one-on-one partnerships with other people. That is going to be a major theme for you for the next year and a half, is you really trying to figure out how you can work better with others. You know, mostly gonna be like a marriage partner, a spouse, a business partner, someone that you partner with very intimately and closely, really having to focus on with that. And I think towards the end of last week, you may have caught some kind of advantage or easiness, or started to get the hang of how you can better work with your romantic relationships, how you can better communicate with them, how they can help you reach your goals and your dreams for the future that you want, or even associate better with the people who you feel like are more meant for you. Okay, and this week we kind of come into the week still kind of riding this kite. Literally, it's like a kite configuration in the sky. As we come into it, we're not too much changes, but we do have a lot of big movements where some of the planets are changing signs. And when planets change signs, we don't necessarily feel them in super big outward events in a lot of ways, but we do kind of register them internally. So I think that's what's happening this week, is there's a perspective change that has to happen, and that seems to be like a reoccurring theme with you that happened a little bit last week that's going to continue on as we move into the future, okay? And a lot of this perspective is going to be where a lot of things in your life are changing, and you're coming into a whole new story, and you're having to figure out, you know, how can you get on board with that, okay? I think a big part of your story coming in here, especially this week, is going to be on your job and your daily routines. Lots of action around there and around that. A lot of focus on what is happening there, how you can manage your day-to-day, how you can get it in order as you move forward. There's also going to be lots of communication about your romantic relationships, about your kids, about what makes you happy in some way as you're kind of trying to get perhaps some of your jobs or daily routines in order and that kind of thing. And then when it comes to your home and family, things are going to start to lighten up a little bit. I want to say get a little bit easier for you as you move forward. Maybe relationships at home or with family members will become a little bit more smooth than they have been lately in some way. Could be good, or be a little bit easier for you to really build the foundations that you want and interact with people that can help you bring more stability into your life. Okay, while that is happening, we've also got Jupiter stationing, coming out of retrograde in your 9th house. So maybe previously in this year, you felt as though you really couldn't expand your life in the way that you wanted. You couldn't adventure, you couldn't travel, you couldn't do new, fun, exciting things. And I think that that phase is coming, you know, to an end. You've been having to focus really on your immediate environment, on doing things that are more practical, I would say, and communicating with a lot of people. And that's, you know, coming to an end now, where you can focus more on exploring and doing new things and traveling and adventuring. So that light is really going to turn on for you in a big way. On top of that, we've got Neptune stationing in your 2nd house, about to go retrograde. So you're starting to become a little bit more clear and a little more practical about your money and your finances and what you can use your finances for and what you can't in some way as you move forward. Also about just what you're good at, you know, that you're none of this confusion perhaps anymore or no more, you know, romanticizing your finances or who you are or what it is that you're good at, and starting to think a lot more realistically about what it is that you can offer the world, what it is you can offer the people in your life, how you can use your finances to better support some of these other projects and things that you've got going on, and really build your confidence in a way that is stable and secure and can last the test of time, okay? So now your card for this week is Oppression reversed. This is also known as the Devil reversed. And the Devil, when it's upright, normally indicates holding on too tightly to something, obsessing about something, not wanting to let go. But when it's reversed, it's actually a good sign, where it means you're starting to let go of something that you've been holding on to really tightly, that you've really, really wanted, and starting to realize, you know what, it's not all that great anyways, this thing I was holding on to. I've got a lot of other options out there. You know, this other thing that I'm gonna hold on to is not gonna last for me anyways right now. It's not really gonna work out, so I need to go in other directions. And I think that that really is the message of this week. You gotta loosen your grip, you gotta go with the flow, you gotta go where things take you, and not get so stuck on the way things have been happening in the past. So all right, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on Facebook, like it on YouTube, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.